This video, we're going to break down Passion by The Belonging Co. If you want to watch the playthrough without me talking, just head over to that video, watch that full playthrough, and then come back if you want to learn all the fills and the parts for the song. And I'm just going to go section by section, break it down. We'll listen to it, play it through, slow it down, all that good stuff. So this one you're going to want to pick. This is absolutely a pick. You want to have a bright kind of gritty tone for just to really cut through and have a little bit of that aggressive drive. And let's jump in. Let's listen to the intro, and then we'll kind of talk about that. It's kind of the main riff in this song, so we'll spend some time breaking that piece down.
Intro 2, 3, 4.
So that's one of the main riffs in the song. It goes through the verses in the intros, and it's a pretty basic progression. 1 5 6 2 1 5 6 4 and E or B, F sharp, G sharp, C sharp, B, F sharp, G sharp, E. And the thing here is the timing, right? If you listen to it carefully, it's pretty hard, or it can be difficult to get that timing right and not play like an extra note. But if we listen carefully, we'll kind of break it down. So if we do it really slowly, or even slower, and then a little bit faster. So that's the riff that basically takes you through that whole song, and or at least through the intro, through the verse. And in the verse, it's the same, just driving. If we listen to the verse. One thing to note for that intro, at least that I found helpful, is starting with your second finger on the B, and then so just for maximum efficiency, because then that sets up your third and fourth finger to really just, you're kind of playing this group, at least for that first half. Then the second part, I slide up with my first finger, and this sets up an easier jump to the E up here. And let's listen right before it gets to the pre-chorus and see what kind of how the verse sets up the pre-chorus.
Pre-chorus.
So in the pre-chorus, the bass goes to a palm mute. The drums open up to like a groove, and the drums open up, and instead of just 4 on the floor, right, they're playing a groove. And the bass, if it was to keep doing what it's doing, right, you're kind of already going full tilt in a way for intro and verse. So if you do that through the pre-chorus as well, the chorus is just like, where can you go? You can't really go up from there. So this is a nice little move that sets up pre-chorus as they go, they do the palm mute. 4. And then going into the chorus, that's when you open up and build. Kind of instead of palm muting the E, the 4, you just that sets up the chorus. Let's check out how the chorus sounds. And by the way, it's a super compressed sound. So worship bass in general, if you like most records you'll hear, the bass is going to be compressed to the max.
Refrain. Verse 2.
So here's the thing to watch for in the pre-chorus or in the chorus is the changes. They're kind of not in places maybe you would expect. The first time you're going down to this lower C sharp, and then the second time you do the same thing again. And then you're going up here to this high C sharp, and then letting this B, the high B, ring out to set up verse 2, right? And then they kind of do like a slide as it's ringing out. And then back to that same verse again. So if we listen to that real quick again.
Refrain. Verse 2.
And then back to that same section. So verse 2, exactly the same as verse 1.
Pre-chorus.
Now pre-chorus 2, it's not that palm mute on the recording, but in a live setting, I feel like the palm mute just works a little better. They're kind of more open, probably not playing as hard. And then again, you build into chorus 2.
Chorus. All in.
So just a little slide. Just the high E there, just to propel it even more. That's pretty much the only change from pre-chorus 1 to pre-chorus 2. Sometimes just changing kind of one thing like that gives the pre-chorus just enough of a difference to keep things interesting. So chorus 2 is chord with the chords and changes. It's the same as chorus 1, except with chorus 1 or with chorus 2, you're driving more, right? Instead of playing quarter notes as you were in chorus 1, chorus 2 is really those eighth notes.
Refrain. Drums. Refrain. Build. Bridge.
Basically the same as chorus 1, except you're not going up here to end it. You're just going to the low C sharp and then letting that B ring out.
Refrain.
And then you're building back up.
Build. Bridge.
And if you want, add some flair here. The bass just cuts out right after the build. I like to, especially live, I feel like it feels really good to add a slide there. So if I was to play it without the bass in the track, you build it up and then kind of do a little slide. So I'll show you. So something like that. And I think that sets up a nice, especially live when you're moving some subs, sets up a nice kind of more empty bridge. So for the first section of the bridge, bass is out. It's just really the drums, just that snare, 4 on the snare, I guess, groove. And then bass comes in, I think, once through. Does it get any easier for, I mean, your job is cut out for you, so. You're just building and adding energy to the bridge as it's building. I like doing a slide to set up that chorus 3. Chorus 3 is basically very simple. Nothing really changes. There's no real fills in the recording. We'll listen to it and I'll kind of show you what they do and then show you what I do as well. I like to play that chorus pretty much the same as they do. When we're going into the refrain, I like to go and switch to the E string. So instead of going, I like to go down here. And to get there, I kind of walk down. When you go down to the 2, so that little walk down is C sharp, D sharp, C sharp, B, G sharp. And then from there, I'm staying on I'm on the E string. And I like to do that because I think the B string, it's thicker and it moves. It just feels more powerful, especially for that last bridge. This is like the last hurrah. You're kind of giving it everything. On the recording, there's a lot of stuff happening. When you're playing it live, I feel like when going lower, you save that E string almost for that last refrain. And instead of playing the B, where I normally play it the whole song, I'm playing it up here. A few fun things that happen in the rest of the refrain. So let's listen to what they do, and I'll kind of walk through how I play it. First half of the refrain is just G sharp again, E, B, And then I like to go to that high F sharp just to give it, and again, more of a lift in that second half of the third refrain. And then instead of going to the low B, you're going to go up here. And then the notes on that fill are so B, C sharp, D sharp, C sharp, B. It's a slide up. So B, C sharp, slide up to the D sharp, C sharp again, B, and then G sharp, F sharp, G sharp. There's kind of two places where you can play that riff. I think it sounds better when you stay on the E string, so up here. But you can also, like on the P bass, the neck just is weird up here. It's hard to play. So if you can't really, if you have a bass that has like a slimmer and nice, this one just has a plate. The volume knob just fell off. But if you have like a nice, like this is a very chunky section here. If you have a bass that supports playing up high, then it's nice up here. And I can do it. I just have to sometimes, like, I have to sit a little more comfortably. But you can also go up to the B on the D string. And that's a little more efficient. There's a little less movement. It sounds better when you stay on the A, in my opinion. But you can go up to the B. So I can play it both ways. So that way feels a lot more natural to me, just with the neck. But it sounds better up here. That's pretty much the full song. If you found it helpful, give me a like, subscribe, watch some of the other videos and breakdowns that I have. Let me know if there's a song that you would like me to break down, and I'll see you in another video.